Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to clean out the hair out of your Dyson DC65 brush roll assembly. Alright, so first you can remove the base plate here. Take that out. And next we want to get a Phillips head screwdriver at number 1, so like the smallest size number 1 screwdriver. And I'm going to use my pneumatic gun just because it's a little faster.
Take those out. We got two on each side.
And then now these will pull out, so you can lift them up just a little bit and then slide them out. Okay. And then same thing on this side. Okay. Now, do not wash this like it is here. What will happen is there is a ball bearing inside of here. Water and moisture will get trapped in here. That will eventually cause that bearing to rust, and then it will eventually seize up. So I see that happening, on a fairly regular basis. So if you want to wash your brush roll, and I advise taking these off because this is where the hair builds up inside of the bearing. Ultimately, the hair that causes the problem is the hair that is in the bearing and causing it to seize up. So we want to remove these end caps and so that you can really properly clean it out. So this is going to be a Torx T15, and you can take these screws out. Now these are kind of tight, so they're really kind of difficult to pull off. And so if you don't have some good hand strength, then one thing you can do is put this on the edge of a surface, hold it with one hand, and then pull down here. So so here we can pull this off, and then now you kind of see there's hair and there's junk inside of here. Do this for the other side as well. Oh, by the way, now that you have these with the bearing removed, then you can wash these without having water or moisture harm the bearing. So we're going to take this out and just kind of wiggle it back and forth, and you can see the hair that's in there. And I've seen much more hair. So if you have a long hair in your house or pets, then you can open this up and see a whole pile of hair wrapped around here. Okay, so now once you have the bearings pulled out, you can wash these, but I really highly suggest not washing these with the end caps installed on them, because again, there's a little bit of space here. You could technically try to let it dry, but there's not really any airflow inside of there because it's enclosed, and so the moisture will just begin to cause corrosion. It will get in there and start to eliminate the grease that's inside of the bearing, and then you'll have problems. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is we want to check the spindles here, and behind those spindles are bearings as well. So what you want to do is grab a small little pair of pliers and a Torx 10 screwdriver, and then we can unscrew the screw that's down inside of there, and then you can take a small little flathead and just kind of pop it up, and that's going to show you more potential problems in the hair wrap up around this spindle. And there's bearing right inside of here as well. If that hair eventually works its way into the bearing, then you're going to have issues with this seizing up. So, and you don't want it to seize up inside of here, because then you actually have to replace the whole cleaner head if that happens, because the parts are not available separately like the bearings and stuff. If you have the outer bearings fail, like here that were on the brush roll, you can replace the brush roll, but if you have the inner bearings fail because of hair, it's obviously a more expensive problem. So I'm going to take this other spindle off, we'll pop it off and take a look and clean that out if needed. And if you have a lot of hair, it's useful to do this on occasion. See the hair that's in there? And this is a fairly light amount of hair that I've seen, in regards to what I've seen before. So once you have that cleaned out, you can clean this, whatever. Do not get water and moisture inside of this assembly here. Again, you have bearings in here. Anytime you have bearings, ball bearings, if you're getting them wet you're going to have problems. You're not going to have immediate problems, but you're going to have problems. I guarantee it. So avoid getting those wet. So go ahead and put your spindles back on once you've cleaned the hair out, and you can just hold the spindle, the other spindle, or even the other one. You can hold the other spindle with the pliers just so that you can tighten it down, and you can even hold the same spindle that you're screwing down. Okay, tighten those up. Now the end caps actually have a little letter inside of there so that you don't put the wrong one back on. This one has a little L, if you can see it right here. There's a little L, and that's for the long brush roll. So we're going to stick that back on there. You can blow that out and clean it really good if you want. I'm assuming that you're going to do that, but I'm just showing you, for the sake of the video, I'm showing you how to take it apart and then put it back together properly. And then you get your screw put back in and screw it down, and then do that to the other brush roll. Put your end cap on, push it on tightly. If this is not spinning freely, this is another test. If this is not spinning freely, then you have a bearing problem and you need to replace your brush roll. Okay, and then you have a little notch. These spindles and these brush rolls only line up one way. So there's a little high point here that you're going to line up with the little ridge, the high point of the spindle. And then you're going to make sure that the long side here sits into there. Just like that. And then put your screws back in, and then you're good. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was helpful, leave me a comment, please, and a like. So that helps me know what videos are useful on YouTube and what videos that I can continue to spend my efforts on making. I also do this for a living, so if this was helpful and valuable to you, then it's always appreciated for someone to throw me a couple bucks through PayPal or whatever. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.